Welcome to the final episode of Architects of Transformation, where we explore how organizations are reimagining growth, resilience, and competitiveness in a rapidly evolving digital economy. I'm Jennifer George, Senior Correspondent at MIT Sloan Management Review Middle East, and this episode is brought to you by DoTech. Over the course of this series, we've examined transformation through many lenses.
When you have tight controls, you risk the user experience and probably the use of the service. So striking a balance is really important.
We have moved away from physical branches to digital touchpoints, and the digital transformation journey for us is not just the digital channels.
The natural evolution was as a service provider that is heavily relying on cloud services, and it's one of your main portfolios, you need to build something that will be competitive enough with the public cloud in order for your sovereign clients to enjoy the latest technologies.
Today, we conclude by focusing on perhaps the most fundamental one: sovereign infrastructure. Digital transformation is no longer simply about adopting new technologies. Increasingly, it's about building the foundations that enable organizations to innovate faster, scale confidently, and prepare for opportunities that may not yet exist. Joining us are two leaders at the forefront of that shift. Together, we'll explore how their partnership led to the deployment of National Hypercloud Oracle Alloy, and what this milestone means for the future of sovereign cloud innovation in the UAE. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'd like to begin our conversation by understanding a broader perspective. So, Jasim, a lot of leaders still view sovereign AI capabilities and sovereign cloud platforms as a technology layer that sits behind the business. Yet increasingly, they appear to be becoming a strategic, important layer when it linked to economic growth, as much as physical infrastructure itself. Do you see it that way?
Of course, I see it that way. Today, if you look globally and across the market, the most innovative companies and the companies with an excellent track record financially, they are always backed up with the proper technology stack. And they always give the differentiation when it comes to the market needs and the products. You cannot do this if you don't have a proper infrastructure supporting you in innovating your services. Today, having a proper sovereign cloud, a proper AI infrastructure is key for the evolution of the business. Without it, you will struggle a lot, especially with the competition there in the market. And knowing UAE, it's a very competitive market. Without being backed up by the right technology, you will be outdated. The client demands will never be fulfilled, because you will be really in a position that you cannot offer the market needs. Mm-hmm. That's why it's extremely crucial having the right technology. It's extremely crucial having the right capabilities in order for you to innovate. Cloud is becoming a necessity in your evolution. AI is becoming a necessity. It's not something that you can live without it, mm-hmm.
Especially
in the era we are at. Today, you are in the digital era. Everyone wants the ease of services. Everyone wants the service to be at the tip of your finger. So you cannot afford having the traditional way of operating your infrastructure. That's why it's becoming a key enabler for your business evolution in your business. And my advice to all C-levels and to all business decision makers, if you want to evolve your business, you need to look at the area of technology. Innovation is key for the evolution of the companies and the organizations moving forward.
Given that context and the fact that AI and cloud capabilities are a necessity in today's market, I'd like to shift and try to understand your perspective as well, Mansoor, because when we look at Dubai Taxi Company, it immediately strikes us as a transportation business. But when you look at your organization today, do you increasingly see it as a technology company that happens to just move people?
Well, Dubai Taxi Company evolved a lot when it comes to the technology part, and changing from let's say legacy way of operating, and do the business from street hailing, just do roaming and waiting for the customer, into more a seamless journey. And this is how Dubai Taxi, we believe that technology, we shouldn't, let's say, move 100% to be a technology company, but of course, as Mr. Jasim mentioned, that we should enable technology to be within the ecosystem of us as Dubai Taxi Company in the mobility sector. And we believe that technology and the AI and all of this as a teammate for us. It's not like something we are going to replace the human with this system, but rather than benefiting from it, and do a lot of stuff that will predict the demand, instead of go and search for customers, and tapping into the efficiency of the business that we run, work more smarter way rather than just working hard on the different parameters, different fields that we work as a mobility company. And we believe that this is the future, because if you notice, even with autonomous taxis right now, the majority of those companies are actually not a taxi companies. They are either automaker or, let's say, IT or technology companies. So we believe that we should partner, we should do a lot of things that change the way that we do the business. Still, we are a mobility company. We do business of moving people, but of course, we should leverage and benefit from these capabilities and build it in within the ecosystem of Dubai Taxi. And this is how we look into this project, to evolve more and more and bring the technology to be supporting for us, and of course to be more into a data-driven company rather than wait for things to be happen and predict what is coming next for us as a taxi or as a mobility company.
I think that's a very valuable insight, that you have to be aligned and there has to be importance that is put on data itself. But when we look at transformation at this scale, it rarely happens through technology alone. It often requires alignment and trust, and of course, a shared vision between partners. Jasim, when an organization agrees to become the first customer for a new sovereign AI and sovereign cloud platform, what does that signal to you about the maturity of that customer?
That signals a lot, actually. Today, as a client, when you take such a decision, this shows the maturity of the organization in terms of understanding their needs.
Right.
It's not because they came to the national hypercloud. It's about them taking a decision in the cloud adoption journey. Whether it was in the national hypercloud, whether it was in any other cloud, such decision to be taken, because we deal with clients on a daily basis. Yeah, for a client such as DTC to take that move, that's something big. This shows that their IT organization is extremely mature. This shows that they know what they want to do. This shows that they have a clear vision where they want to take Dubai Taxi in the coming few years. Yeah, in terms of the technology capabilities and in terms of the technology stack they want to offer. And as DoTech, it was a pleasure for us, honestly, to work with DTC. And thanks to DTC and the trust they had in our capabilities. And we have put a lot of effort to make it as the beginning of a new era between both parties, whether it is whether it is DTC, in order for us to show the real capabilities of the national hypercloud. Today they are live, today they are enjoying the services, and today, as far as I know and as far as I heard from their teams, operational teams, that they are seeing the benefit of the moves they have done. And this emphasizes on even what I was saying in our previous interviews. And such a move will bring a lot of benefits to the organizations. It's not about us selling our national hypercloud. It's about organizations moving toward that, because this will set the beginning of the digital era in each and every organization. If you want to move to the higher stack of offerings when it comes to AI and advanced services, you cannot do it without having the foundation. The foundation is moving to the cloud, whether it is with the national hypercloud or any other cloud provider, it's the move that you need to have.
Given the importance of digital iteration and also implementation and deployment at the right moment, and how that's very necessary to just usher in the ripple effects in terms of all of the benefits that a lot of the customers across the board are seeing, Mansoor, of course, I would like to understand your perspective. DTC's deployment of National Hypercloud Oracle Alloy is a strong example of public and private collaboration through innovation. What made this partnership between DTC and DoTech particularly effective for you?
First of all, I'd like to thank Jasim for the compliment. And we believe that both Dubai Taxi Company and Do, they are working with the agenda of Dubai. They are working with the agenda of the federal level. So by doing this kind of collaboration, of course, as I said, we as a mobility company, we need to benefit from the state-of-the-art technology and let's say the most important trend that running in the business, not just for the sake of having it, but also to get benefit out of it. So I think this is just the start for a long-term relationship with a partner like Do, of course, to build the new infrastructure for us, also to be prepared for the future, because the future is more about how agile you are, how the technology is going to support the business, to support what is coming next in the mobility sector, especially with autonomous taxis are coming. So have to be prepared, have to have the proper and the right setup for the coming future in order to build one of the biggest and most advanced mobility platform for Dubai and for UAE. So this is the attention from DTC to have this roadmap for the coming, let's say, 3 to 5 years, to be really prepared. And of course, without the support from one of the biggest partners here in UAE like Do, of course, we cannot go there. So this is the attention from this partnership. And I think this is just a start with Do for the upcoming projects, and be prepared for the next step and the next era, as stated by my colleague, Mr. Jasim.
I think there's also a very interesting theme that's emerging here, which is that transformation often succeeds when technology ambitions are matched with partnership ambitions. Now, innovation often requires leaders to move before the business case is proven. Throughout this journey, how do the both of you believe that there has been a balance when it comes to moving with conviction and caution?
What fuels us as service providers? Our clients, the partnership, the innovation, the push, their roadmaps. This fuels us every day with the energy of us thinking what we should do in order for us to fulfill the requirements. And always when you want to fulfill a requirement as a service provider, you have your ambition, but it should be realistic. We should never overshoot and overpromise, and it's extremely easy in the era of AI or cloud or digital to overpromise, but that fires back when it comes to delivery, when it comes to image in the market, when it comes in relationship even. Today, we don't believe that DTC are a client that will pay for us the bill at the end of the month. It's a journey that we want to develop with them. That's why when you are in that mindset, when you have that mindset, when you have that culture embedded within your organization, you will always deliver what's the best. You will always deliver what is realistic. You'll always deliver what the client needs are. I don't believe in over-promising as much as I believe in you need to deliver what is realistic, and you need to be ambitious. See, in UAE, we always take the forefront of embracing the latest technologies and the latest innovation that is there. But as a country, and this is what we have learned, we always take calculated moves. Mm-hmm. Calculated moves with risk, but that risk is always calculated. Otherwise, we will have all of those promises when we launched our national hypercloud, but when it comes to reality, the delivery, the implementation, what the client needs will never be fulfilled, which was not the case. When we came with that, we came from a mindset that we want to partner with our partners. It's not a transactional moment between us and them, because it's a journey. Whatever offering you have in cloud or AI, it's a journey, it's a long-term relationship. So that's how we perceive things.
And what about from DTC's perspective?
In my opinion, I think we should be very balanced between the two things. But of course, the ultimate goal is to bring the best experience for our customers. And also the same thing, we should help our drivers, to capture the need in very, let's say, advanced way. So in order to reach that level, you have to run sort of different POCs, bring innovation. But at the end, you have to take, as Mr. Jasim said, a very careful decision when it comes to what you are going to implement. Okay, did you calculate the risk? Yes, the risk is there. The mitigation plan is there. But of course, we should focus on the ultimate goal. We should focus on what are the outcomes will be for both, for our drivers, for our customers, in order to build a very reliable system that predicts and give a very high-end service for the customers. So I believe we should be balanced between two things, but of course, we should move very fast, and I see it more of opportunity side than a threat side for any organization, especially in the mobility sector.
I would just like to build on that point and just understand a little bit more from you, Mansoor, about technology investments, because oftentimes they come with a lot of scrutiny, and outcomes, of course, they matter more than intentions. But before deployment, which KPIs or business metrics did you identify as identifications of success? And what were your early results when it came to actually adopting this innovation?
We see most of the KPIs, or let's say the objectives that we're looking at, is more about the operation side when it comes to the running kilometers. We call it the kilometers that are really productive for us, the efficiency, the maintenance, how prediction we are going to look into it, the customer satisfaction, the time consumed to fulfill their requirements. So all of these metrics and KPIs we focus on. And of course, when it comes to the project with our partner, with Do, of course, it gives us now a more resilient way to work, to be more agile, fast enough, to benefit from being on their hypercloud platform. And obviously, this is how these things will be helping us in our KPIs and in the final results and the final outcomes that comes to the either outside, which is basically to our customers and clients, or even inside when it comes to enhancing our operation and day-on-day activities that will help us, to reach more and more on the KPI side, and of course to enhance, as I said, the experience for our customers.
Of course, now when we look at these results, they speak to a larger shift that we're seeing across industries, not just restricted to mobility. Jasim, from DoTech's perspective, what do you believe organizations that invest in sovereign AI and sovereign cloud platforms today will be able to achieve over the next 3 to 5 years as compared to those that maybe struggle to innovate at the same rate?
There will be a lot of difference when it comes to the offerings they will have. Resiliency, capabilities, flexibility, the scale they can take their business to the next level, and even being part of a broader vision where you are part of an approved platform that sits within the country's law which you are operating in. That's very crucial for your business continuity. Today, and this is my main key takeaway of this, that you need to have your destiny in your hand. You cannot have it in someone else's hand. And having a sovereign platform, this is very clear that we are giving the destiny and the control in the hands of our clients, such as DTC. They are not under the mercy of any law that is out of the borders of our country, which is the case today. And a lot of services that some of the clients are taking, if they are not sovereign, That was the main aim of building that capabilities within the soil, within the country, within the levels and the policies that we control as a nation. Because this will give the full flexibility for our client to control their destiny, to innovate, to scale at the rate they want. And today we have proven this with partnering with DTC, with partnering with other clients as well moving forward. And this will be the main key takeaway of the clients. And today there are a lot of examples that people saw during the last couple of months where clients that had their own destiny in their control, they have managed to have a very resilient operations when it comes to operating their business. And that's my perspective on this matter.
To just bring our conversation to a close, I'd like to understand from both of you what your milestone achievements have been from this partnership.
Well, I think, first of all, it's really a pleasure to work with Du on this unique project. And I think this is, we consider, I guess, the first client to work on this and, to showcase for other companies that, yes, if it works with Dubai Taxi Company, of course it will work for the others. And the main achievement or the main milestone is, I think it's the setup that we are ready for the coming future, because it's not about having technology, but it's more about the intelligence part. So now we start to build the platform to scale and to leverage on what is coming next for Dubai Taxi, to move into more towards technology, and of course to be faster, agile, and also be prepared for the coming future. So this is as a start with our partnership with Du. I believe these are the main milestones, main achievements, but of course more yet to come and more yet to build on this system for the coming future, that we see technology is really part of our ecosystem right now, and also will be part of what is going on for the coming era, which is obviously the autonomous taxis.
For us, honestly, I would like to thank DTC a lot in trusting us being our first client. It was a big challenge on us as an organization. We are in this business since long time. We started the ICT business since 2016. And one of the main drawbacks at that time, because we have a lot of governmental entities, enterprises that we serve in the traditional way of cloud offerings we had. Their main challenge was that you guys never give us the cloud experience we expected. So we were under the challenge, and we need to build that platform that will give the cloud experience for our clients. And we went through a very rigorous process internally to choose where we need to hedge our bets, because it's not a small investment. The numbers are big to build such infrastructure. In order for you to replicate a public cloud capability with all the services, it's not an easy investment that you need to convince your management with, your board with. So that was the biggest challenge. Then the next challenge was to convince the local market that you stand against hyperscalers as a local player. And thanks a lot for DTC. They trusted our offering. The team there trusted what we have presented. And onboarding them as a first client was something we are really proud of. And you are not onboarding a small client. You are onboarding one of big conglomerates in UAE. They hold Dubai's name, which is one of the biggest and most famous names. They are a key pillar in the economy of this country. So you can imagine us serving Dubai Taxi. Having that as the first client was a proud moment for me, honestly. That's why I was monitoring that implementation on my level. We didn't take it leniently, because first impression is last, and you need to set the precedents for whatever offering you have. So thank you a lot. I hope that others will follow. Then today we have the capabilities. It's operated with the UAE nationals. We have our own nationals. We have our own graduate trainees that operate the environment. We have our teams. They are capable, and they have proven throughout the years that they can deliver what we promised the market with. So thank you a lot, Mansoor, and thanks to your team for believing in our capabilities.
I would like to thank the both of you for a very candid exchange on just the journey that this partnership has taken and the achievements, the milestones, and the challenges that have come along the way. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Today's discussion reinforced an important idea. Digital transformation is not the destination, and it's no longer defined by technology adoption alone. Thank you to our audience for joining us throughout Architects of Transformation, presented by MIT Sloan Management Review Middle East in partnership with DoTech.